Alright, hello Ada, nice to see you. So, nope. Hello everyone, we're back, we're playing Sam & Max Season 3, which, as you might know, is from Telltale Games, as many of these point-and-click adventures that were released in seasons were. The only other company I can offhand think of that released their games in seasons was the Life is Strange folks, and I've completely forgotten their name. So here, that's it. Anyway, so yeah, sadly, Telltale went out of business, so if you're buying these games today, it's by a completely different company who snarfed up the rights after they went broke. So, yeah, nobody who actually toiled on these games will see money. But it's a great game, and so I thought I'd play it here. Where are we? We are in near a toy store that General Skunkape apparently frequented. So yeah, you like the hopping emotes? Let's test. They're not hopping for me, sadly, but maybe that's just the way OBS shows it. I don't know. Anyway, so we are trying to find out which magical toys General Skunkape found. I think that's our objective. Actually, I guess we can look in the case to remind us. Which is, I think this notepad is a nice addition to the game. Like, in general, this game has so many nice smaller fixes, it's really amazing. Oh, yeah, right, okay, sorry, I completely forgot that I added that. Yeah, I added an emote wall to the stream. Okay, that way you mean hopping emotes, yes. Good point. Sam & Max have tracked General Skunkape down to a toy store. The store is closed now, but Skunkape could return at any moment. And who do we have? Sam... Okay, this is confusing. Oh, this is exit. Okay, this arrow kind of made me think I could click here to go to the next page or something. Right. Suspects. Ah, and here's the next button. That's kind of weird that it's exit, right arrow, next, right arrow. UI designer, you had one job. Just remove that arrow or, you know, put it in the upper left or something. Although, even then, with previous and next, it would be slightly confusing. That reminds me... Yeah, they appear along the bottom of the screen. That's where I put the emote wall, yeah. New features, woo! Alright, that actually reminds me, I found something very weird in a game. So it had a... Let's see, a menu, kind of, you know, like this. And you were setting, you know, like your graphics settings. The game was the Wolfenstein Youngblood. This, you know, co-op game set in an alternate history where the Nazis won and you're playing the Resistance. So anyway, what they had is like they had, you know, like resolution, this and that. And then when I clicked on the back button, which was kind of also sort of like in the lower left or something, it said, hey, don't you want to apply your changes? And I went like, where? There is no apply changes button at the bottom. Until finally, after whiles of searching, I realized that the first item in the list was actually apply changes. And that's a good a good indicator for how people read. So for one thing, you usually read from top to bottom. So you kind of expect this reading order to be reflected in how you work. And at least, since the 80s in computers, it was always made in a way that you had, like a headline at the top, of course, then you read a little down, so like menu items would be a list with the most important ones at the top. And then after that would be any operations that you could apply on that stuff. And that's what this game developer violated, because they put the apply changes at the top. Now you would probably say, well, what's the deal? You're reading from left to top, so you've seen this apply changes. You're just being an idiot. But the thing is, people do not read the text line by line either. Like, they scan. So that means I opened this up and wanted, okay, I need my full 4K resolution. So how do I get that? So I, of course, went searching for, display monitor resolution, something started with D, M, or R, or something like that, something that vaguely looked like one of the words I know. So I didn't even read apply changes and all that until I got to resolution. Then I selected the resolution, and then I went back. And so, that UI designer basically tricked the reader, went against expectations. And we also make a difference between categories. You shouldn't mix meta actions like saving settings among the settings. Yes, that's also important. Like grouping things separately. Like you see here, if you go, well, not here, but here we had it. You have like this separate area at the top with the exit. Then you have a clear headline. And you have a reminder what category you are in case, you went away, came back and said, oh yeah, where was I? What is this? Or if you, accidentally triggered a click or something, you want to know what category you're in, or want to have it at least reinforced. Yes, it went to the right place, in case the content isn't quite what you expected from that category. So it reminds you, and you read and go, oh yeah, right. It could mean that as well. And then you have another separator for the previous and next. So that is separate areas for navigation, and they're both the same color, so it kind of makes you, okay, yeah, these could be buttons, and this is just text with a picture. And then the back button to actually get out of all this is very separate, like on the left or something. All of that is kind of structured, and you confuse people, especially that's very typical of English and of some other languages. In some other languages it works as well. Sometimes a word can have several meanings. Like exit can be the noun, the place where you leave, or it can be the action. So, go out of the room, It can be a door or an action. And with some words, that makes a difference. Like when you click exit, well, with exit it doesn't quite work as well, but I don't have a good example right now. So, like if it was the noun, people would probably expect a list of available exits or something. Or a description of the exit. Whereas if you read it as the verb, it would mean, okay, leave now. And that's, that's something two completely different uses. Yeah, for example, view history. Is that a history of views used, or I want to view the history of some actions? Yeah, that's a better example. Yeah, exactly. Things like that. Like, is it the history of views, or is it do the action of viewing the history? And again, you would expect something completely different. And in some contexts, both interpretations make sense. Like here, you walk around outside, so a list of exits would be stupid. And probably, if you were smart, you would then name it exits with an S to make it clear, because it's multiple exits. Otherwise, why would you need a list if there is only one? But yeah, so, you know, those are things in UI design that you have to watch out for. And it's always a bit annoying when you're tricked here or something. Like for example, these previous and next buttons, they're gray, which it's kind of come out of fashion, and I think that's a bad thing. But classically, gray meant you cannot click this, it will not work. Like, you know, this headline. But here it just means, you know, like, you haven't moused over it yet, which isn't really that important in information. And you have to kind of mouse over the text to decide, is this gray text a button, or is it just a headline? And so what you would traditionally have done is, for example, on the first page here for Sam, usually you would have a gray next previous here and a black next, so that people look at this and go, okay, I would click here for previous and here for next, but right now there is no previous card because I'm on the first page. And so I can only click next. Because, like, look at this, and like, if you don't see the previous, you do not know whether you will ever be able, after clicking next, to get back to the previous page. If you have a gray previous, then you know, okay, in general, going to the previous page is a thing, just not now, right here. And some apps will actually do something like show a little help balloon, or when you click grayed out text, it will tell you this is the first card, a page, or something like that, you know, to kind of make it more obvious. So yeah. Anyway, but there is one little thing why I don't want to state these as absolutes. Like having the reading order, having the headline, then the text, and then the buttons at the bottom, and things like that. And that's because the positioning of buttons also depends on what input device you use for a game. And so, for example, on a console, and a lot of the game designs seem to be foremost designed with how would I use a controller with this, which then makes it feel weird on a PC. Because on a controller, you know, every extra button that you have that is not useful will confuse the user, because, you know, you have like a right and a left arrow and an up and a down arrow, and you have your, you know, like your thumbstick or something like that. So either you have the D-pad or the thumbstick to go through the menus, or even both. And so what you want is, you don't want like a cursor to be moved by this, because that would be abysmally slow. Because, you know, with a mouse, I can just make a long, fast movement, and it goes to the spot I want to. It's much faster for directly and precisely finding one particular spot. Whereas a controller is kind of, you can do, like on the analog sticks, you can kind of, you know, like depending on how far you push them, it could go slower or faster. But it's kind of, there is a very small angle that, you know, you control it in degrees in a very small circular area. So aiming at a distance is very hard. Usually you have like 45 or 90 degrees, and, you know, something maybe halfway in between. So when your pointer is here, I was pointing on the screen and you can see that. So if you have your cursor here, and then it will go in this direction maybe, and then you'll have to go down to actually hit this spot, and that makes it hard to aim with a controller. And so what you usually do in menus is you do not just, you make it obvious that if I have this here selected, usually you don't have a cursor. You just have some sort of highlight that shows a selection. And then when I push right, it will immediately jump here to the next button to the right. And then if I push up, it will jump to the button on the top. So it will never go into any of this intermediate area which has no use. Just to save you from having to aim and move up. And similarly, if you have a phone, then of course when you're holding it, like the bottom is easier to reach if you're holding it in one hand than the top, because you have to shift your hand to reach the top, or you have to hold it with both hands and then use one hand to reach the top. So on phones, like, you find more and more apps these days placing interactable controls at the bottom. So for example, web browsers are a good example, where you have a URL bar at the top, and then you go and say, hey, you used to have a URL bar and the title bar of the window at the top telling you, the title bar told you the title of the page, and the URL bar told you the address, which is also kind of location and information in a coarse way. And then it gets more concrete with the actual page contents, and then as you go down you get more information and things like that. And so you see now on a cell phone, many of them move the URL bar down to the bottom, and along with the back and next buttons and things like that. For the simple reason that it's easier to reach, because if you want to type, you have to tap the URL text field, and then your keyboard comes up, and then you type on the keyboard. So it's always a bit of a compromise, like, what areas are easy to reach on your display, that's where you put the buttons, of course, the interactable parts, and the areas that are harder to reach, you try to avoid putting stuff in that needs more than just being seen. But on the other hand, you want to account for reading order. And then, of course, you have things, like country differences, because in Hebrew, reading order is right to left. So you should actually, and many operating systems do that for Hebrew and Arabic and those languages, they basically flip the screen. Like, they only flip the screen layout. Like, this picture would probably not get flipped. But, for example, they might put the exit button on the left and the back button on the right. Things like that, and of course the text would start here. And of course, Chinese goes top to bottom, so there theoretically you would basically be turning your entire layout around by 90 degrees. But I don't think that's done much. I think I haven't seen a Chinese system. Like, I've barely seen any Chinese systems, actually, but I think what I've seen so far, they treated it like Japanese and just went, use the characters, but place them left to right. Well, anyway, so much about all that game design stuff that is not really that relevant to the game, but just prompted by what we just heard. So let's look at all this stuff.
Just think, Max, one of these innocent-looking toys may hold the key to unlocking another terrifying psychic power.
I bet it's the giraffe. I don't trust anything with a longer neck than mine.
You don't really have a neck. Oh, what does this one say? Oh, Purcell attacked by three-headed monkey. Oh, that's a deep cut. So Steve Purcell is the guy who invented Sam and Max. They were originally a comic strip. And of course, three-headed monkey is a Monkey Island reference. So I like that they put that on the news box. Too bad you cannot read the news box like the other ones.
Bob's Toyses.
The extra S is for sorry about the misspelled sign.
So I don't think we can enter it.
It's locked. Skunk Ape's either waiting for this place to open or coming back with his goons to bust the door down.
Alright, let's see if there's anything here. Oh, that's the car.
Can't leave now. Skunk Ape's gonna be here any second.
So I don't really want to leave either. I just wanted to... But I guess we can't walk down there. Okay, so there's nothing of interest there. And we can't talk to the all float down here guy either. So I guess that is out of order as well. Oh, that's the straight street. So that's a corner off of Sam and Max's street then? My guess is they just reused the same sign, because I think that still says narrow, you just can't read it, so they can claim, oh no, that's a different street. Alright, so I guess the only thing we can do is use Max's superpowers, right?
Future vision.
In the future, all these toys are still here, unbought and unloved. That's kind of sad.
It's their own fault for not being more fun. It's not a welfare state, Sam.
I love how they are basically like a cliche Republican gun nut. Oh, now you can actually read straight and narrow, so it seems it's like it's really supposed to be the corner next to Sam and Max's place. Or maybe they just didn't think about it.
So you have found me at last, freelance police. That will make everything so much easier. And you have brought the elusive toy right to me. Yes. Yes.
Oh no.
Found me at last, freelance police. That will make everything so much easier. And you have brought the elusive toy right to me. Yes. Yes.
That could have gone better. Now he can look into the future. Ah, now we're back at the start.
Full power. Yes. Destroy the city.
Look familiar? I certainly hope that you are paying attention, my friends, because our story seems to have hurtled to its inevitable conclusion. No longer can you blindly mash buttons to unleash a torrent of irreverent banter and comic mischief. Now you are all that stands in the way of the total annihilation of the planet Earth. The villain has made his move. The players are yours to command. Only you can return General Skunkape to the penal zone.
Die, Earthlings! Die!
Okay, this is interesting. That Stinky is imprisoned now.
Sam and Max? Don't tell me Skunkape wants you guys to be his love slaves too.
You'd be surprised just how many fetishes there are that involve Sam and me.
What are you doing locked in here, Stinky?
I've got no idea. I assumed it was Grandpa Stinky's fault.
That's interesting.
Why aren't you out there on your throne?
Yeah, isn't Skunk Ape your boyfriend?
Ew. He wishes. He is so not my type. You only have to date an evil gorilla once to learn never to make that mistake again.
Oh, we've all been there, girlfriend.
I think you're being too hard on Skunk Ape. He's just misunderstood.
Oh yeah? Did I misunderstand this picture he sent me?
Good heavens!
I think I should put on some clothes now.
Well, Skunk Ape's got a lot of good things, too.
Name one.
He's got his own spaceship.
I noticed. That may impress you boys, but...
He's to your cage, so he could let you out.
But then she wouldn't be able to talk to us anymore.
Yoo-hoo! General Skunkape!
Okay.
Max, now we've just got to get out of this cage so we can wrap this case up once and for all.
It just said game saved 3 times. Yeah, it was a little weird that it kind of almost went flashing that. But that's nice. I should have probably been... yeah, so we can talk. Full power to ride Mando.
Never drink when I'm on a case.
Alright, now I guess we do the whole
Teleportation.
call Stinky. Of course, I hope Skunkape doesn't have the...
Well done, freelance police. Now, you must place the homing beacon on Skunkape's back to trap him in the penal zone.
We're on it.
Now light up those toys! The hell?
Looking for
you know.
your future viewer has proven to be most unlikely. Here, use it to witness how I'm going to destroy you.
So, what was our plan B again?
I believe you plan to turn on the dimensional destabilizer, yes? Luckily, I have my own.
But I've still got the homing beacon.
Exactly.
That was dumb.
Can you believe that guy? Skunk Ape knew what we were going to do the whole time. He just wanted to rub our noses in the penal zone, so to speak.
I don't like being in the penal zone, Sam.
You're not supposed to, Max. It's a horrible plane of non-existence forever trapped between reality and unreality.
Yeah, that and also that beeping noise is really getting on my nerves.
Turn around, Max. Skunk Ape strapped an antimatter bomb on your back while we were out cold. Get rid of it.
Jeez, what a jerk!
We gotta get out of here, Max. Pronto.
Alright.
If I know my high-tech futuristic explosive devices, this is an antimatter bomb that will destroy the entire penal zone and anyone inside it. And it's gonna go off at any second.
Really, Sam? Any second?
Well, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but still best not to dawdle.
It was a little bit stupid of him, though, that he gave us the Future Vision toy. Like, why didn't he keep that?
Future vision.
Whoops.
Future vision.
Okay, do we see anything useful? I've seen some movie recently. Oh, I think it was the Krypton TV series? Where the the... What's it called? The... What's it called? Something zone as well. I guess, I mean, this penal zone is probably a ripoff of that one. But I didn't realize that that look was actually... I guess it must have been in Superman comic books. Where,
Teleportation.
So, the question is, do we go to Stinky? I'm thinking we probably have to go to Stinky's just to be able to interact with him. So let's try what the other ones do.
Gotcha!
Welcome back, sirs.
What just happened?
I detected a spike in antimatter radiation, so I locked onto the signal from your homing beacon and reversed the polarity of the dimensional stabilization field to intercept...
Yeah. Just tell us how we can get back at Skunk Ape for crimes against the freelance police and humanity.
I say let's cover him in candy bar wrappers and feed him to starving raccoons.
You failed to trap him in the penal zone?
I wouldn't say failed exactly. Maybe underperformed.
And we blew up the penal zone with an antimatter bomb.
Oh dear.
How can I help, Sam and Max?
Dr. Mama Bosco has been granted the fullest security clearance possible for a dead citizen, Mr. President.
Alright.
Can't we just use that destabilizer thing to open up another gateway?
Not now that the penal zone has been destroyed.
How are we going to stop Skunk Ape now?
With the penal zone destroyed, we have no way to return him to prison.
Unless you could make another penal zone somewhere else.
I smell a convoluted plan coming on.
With a side order of hand-waving technical nonsense. Extra crispy.
Before I made the destabilizer, I was working on a dimensional rift generator. It doesn't open a gateway to another dimension, it actually creates another dimension. Only problem is, you'll have to find a nexus of ley lines somewhere for it to work. A place where the border between reality and nonsense has broken down.
There happens to be one of those in the city, ma'am. It's at 1313 Straight Street.
That address sounds familiar.
That's our building.
That's our building. We're the barrier between nonsense and reality.
Can't we just use that destabilizer thing to open up another
okay.
gateway?
You'll have to use...
How does this rift generator work?
You just plug it in and press the pedal. After that, it works just like the destabilizer. If Skunkape is wearing that homing beacon, he'll get pulled into the new dimension. The trick is finding enough power for it.
Do you have any more of those power cores lying around?
No, I never did get that back. But even so, it would have taken 100 of those things to give enough power to a dimensional rift generator. It's over there, with the other inventions that are a deadly radiation hazard.
Oh well. We'll just stick in our pocket. That's what you do with deadly radiation hazards, right?
So you're suggesting we trap Skunk Ape in our own building?
Well, kind of. You'd actually be turning your building into an alternate dimension, so it won't really exist anymore.
I'm afraid it's the only way, sirs.
And on the plus side, if it doesn't exist, think of how much money we'll save on rent.
We don't pay rent, Max. Are these psychic powers dangerous for Max at all?
Well, probably not, if he's careful and only uses them responsibly.
And what if it's Max?
Well, he'll overwork his brain so much that it catches fire and explodes.
Oh, I have got to see that.
You can't see that, Max. Your brain will catch fire and explode.
Well, that's why you'll have to record it for me, Sam. Duh.
See you on the other side, Dr. Mama Bosco.
Alright.
We'll be careful with your rift generator, Mama Bosco.
Just make sure you don't turn it on until you've got that homing beacon on General Skunkape.
Hey, neat. The eerie oozing remains of Mama Bosco's ghostly visitations.
Oh, that must be ectoplasmic jelly, cause ectoplasmic jam don't shake like that.
Alright, anything new around here? Can we use the Moleman tunnel? By now?
Harry must have dug his way in here.
They say they don't like to be in bright sunlight, but I say it's just an excuse to do more property damage. A brilliant excuse.
Alright, so I guess... Oh, can we... No, we can't talk to Super Paul.
It's Mama Bosco's dimensional destabilizer thing.
What does the crime alert say?
Does anybody mind if I change the channel?
That looks like... Is that the building? Oh, that's outside the Bosco building, right? So outside of here. That's why it's crime alert. It's just her security camera. Okay, makes sense. I thought like it was like somewhere else, but of course this banner is right out here. Anything else here? I don't think so.
We're sorry, we're not driving anywhere with that space gorilla on the loose.
You should just teleport there if you're in such a dang hurry to get yourself killed.
Okay, so I guess they're not letting us drive anymore.
Teleportation.
Okay, so Stinky's cell phone is on Skunkap's ship, where we probably don't want to be yet. Unless we can get him to give up stuff. That's where we are currently. That's where the cops are. So that's also where we are currently. So we can go to Sybil's or to Stinky's. So let's go to Sybil's first. Bling. I love that sound, like the... kind of how it sounds like a whoosh, and like a beaming sound from Star Trek, and like a telephone ringing.
What do we do now, Sam?
I don't know. The power's out in the whole building.
Oh, that was subtle. The power's out in the whole building.
The power's out in the whole building.
Whoops.
I don't know how you escaped the penal zone, Sam and Max, but you will never escape my disintegrator eyes.
That's a good way to get us to go down here. If we didn't catch the... Yeah, I guess the autosaves always flash 3 times. Rosemary left her baby behind again. Is there
Even though he
anything...
can't think, has no arms, and is made of pudding, there's something about Puddinhead Lincoln that'd get my vote.
Don't vote for Puddinhead. He's soft on crime. Get it? Soft?
As much as I'd love to get over there.
Come on,
Hey, either you guys seen Charlie? We were supposed to be back by now.
Yeah, I think he got sweated.
Whee!
Old people still haven't cleared away all those old Minesweeper cartridges.
I'm kind of disappointed when you saw the glow coming out. I thought we would come down here and, you know, someone would be doing work here or something like that. Let's see if we can go to Stinky's without being shot at. No.
Nothing interesting in there.
Whoops. Oh, we can get him to... Okay. Ah. That's promising. So I think we've done all we can. Let's see what we've changed now. I like it. This game is... I've forgotten how much better this game is. Oh. Okay, now the stuff has fallen down on the left-hand side. So that means we can get over there where the construction worker is. Okay, that makes sense. And what do we have here? We have the postcard, we have the receipt, and we have the paddle ball toy. What does that do?
Skullgate must have dropped this paddle ball toy while he was searching the city. It's Mama Bosco's dimensional rift generator.
Alright, let's telephone our way to Sybil's phone then. That's a cool mechanism.
I was hoping we'd teleport under an immovable pile of rubble and debris. Trapped for weeks, we'd be forced to resort to cannibalism just to survive.
You keep coming up with creepy disaster scenarios that always end up with you eating me, Max. It's getting annoying.
If you don't like it, then stop looking so damn tasty.
Alright, now let's see where this leads. Down a dark, dark tunnel. It's an ancient Egyptian mole man temple, I guess.
You guys keep it down. We're trying to save the planet here.
Intruders! They've come to defile the toy box!
Kill them! No, wait, brother. Look! It is the dog and rabbit!
Just as prophesied on Tablet 8, verse 32.
Excuse me. I'm pretty sure you mean Tablet 6, verse 24.
Heretic!
Looks like another in a long line of wacky cults, Max.
We're in so many prophecies, we should start charging royalties.
You try and entertain the other wingnuts while I find a way to power this thing up.
Alright, that sounds good.
Look it, Max. I've never been that good with hieroglyphics, but it looks like this tablet is all about us.
Ooh, what does it say about me?
Let's see. You're going to fight a monkey, get a bunch of magic weapons, merge with the collective unconsciousness to become one with infinity, and then destroy the universe.
Are you sure you're not reading it backwards?
Well, if that's the case, you're about to wrestle a crocodile, and I'm going to turn into an owl.
I can hardly wait!
Okay. What else can we do here? Oh, there's a cable here.
The workers left some of the cable exposed when they were busy not fixing the power in this dump. Well, it's worth a shot. Hey, Max, want to come here and ground me?
You're pushing 40 in dog years, you're not a very good detective, and it looks like you've put on weight.
Thanks. That should do it.
Ground me. It's... Well, never mind. I guess he was happy. Oh. There's an outlet back there. So we've plugged in the toilet controls.
Turn that off! You're killing us here!
At least the boiler still works.
Oh, so that's the same energy mechanism that Skunkape uses, I guess. Oh, but now we have our toys again. So this had a power cable.
I can't plug a rift generator into that.
No. It was here.
That should be enough power. Now to turn it on.
Well, we can't really turn it on yet. Okay, so how do we...
I'd better keep this. It could be an important clue in our case.
Okay, let's see if we can do anything with the toy box.
That's the most evil-looking toy chest I've ever seen. No doubt it'd unleash all kinds of horrors if we ever opened it.
I'll get a crowbar!
And I'll scrounge up some blasting caps.
You mustn't open it! That would give General Skunkape unimaginable power to destroy us all!
They're right, pal. We'd better get rid of Skunk Ape first.
But I wanted the crowbar. Where did it go? Is it still there? No. That would have been a mean way to give us a crowbar. By having Max throw it away and then Sam having to pick it up. Okay, let's talk to these guys, see if there's anything else.
Who are you guys?
We are the Boxists, the last keepers of the true way.
Well, our brothers have succumbed to the siren song of secular America with its basalt-rich tunnels and specialty coffees. Only we remain to act as guardians of the box.
What's with the creepy toy box?
It is everything and nothing. The power infinite.
Oh, well that makes sense.
We have guarded and worshipped it from behind the shadowy veil of faith for generations.
We love the box so much, we've prepared a song about it. We love the toy box, 'cause it's really great. Man, the musical numbers have really gone downhill since we've been on break. Some of us had grown to believe it was just an allegory. I'm looking at you, Jebediah.
But the veil has been lifted. There it is, before us, just as the tablets foretold.
What's inside that toy box anyway?
No one knows. No one has seen it for thousands of years.
There are those who believe it contains toys.
Oh, right, like the creator of all things is really some fanciful box in the sky filled with magical toys. You'll have to excuse Obadiah. He's a fundamentalist.
Before it sounded like you were expecting to see Max and me.
Yes, you're coming with foretold in the sacred tablets and scrolls.
And yea, the Devil Bunny, knowing not his true purpose, would unlock the mysteries of the toy box. Hey, Sam, it likes me.
You know what that means, Obadiah? It's time for the apocalypse!
Yay, time for the apocalypse!
Is there anything in your scriptures about how we can defeat Skunk Ape?
Just that the box will show you the way.
And then the Devil Bunny and his chubby sidekick...
Hey.
...broke down the wall and slew the betrayer of mole men.
What's that toy box got to do with Max?
He must be blessed with the gift. It will bestow great power to the one who can use its contents.
Oh, and don't forget about the apocalypse!
You guys seem awfully chipper about the end times.
It's just nice to be proven right for once.
Yeah, suck on that, Barry Diggory. Who's wearing a stupid-looking robe now?
You guys stay crazy.
Amen!
Alright, let's see. Can we
Future vision.
see the future here? Anything useful? Hello? I'm clicking you.
Give up, Skunk Ape. You're under arrest.
Okay, that doesn't sound good.
Turn that off! You're killing us here! Cut it out! We live in cool, dark places!
Maybe we just have to use that often enough or something.
Give up, Skunk Ape. You're...
Alright. You're under arrest.
What is wrong with you?
Oops, sorry.
Can we do anything?
Nah.
I don't know. Can we talk with Max?
I sure hope those psychic powers aren't a danger to the people you work on or around, Max.
Whenever I use them, it feels like somebody's microwaving a radar gun near a high-tension wire in my skull.
It's a good thing neither of us is legally, morally, or ethically allowed to reproduce.
What? Not legally, ethically, or morally allowed to reproduce. Okay.
Are you sure that future vision of yours works? We're supposed to be winning.
Maybe they're just rose-tinted future vision glasses.
Can't wait to get rid of that skunk ape jerk once and for all.
But if he's the big bad guy, what will we do after we beat him?
Well, we could let him out every few weeks and beat him up some more.
I think we did that with the bald guy. What was his name? You know, the one in the cupboard. So, I guess if there had been a season 4, Skunk Ape might have been in the cupboard.
Don't worry, little buddy. I won't let anything bad or overly deadly happen to you.
You're my best friend, Sam. I know you'd take a bullet for me.
Well, I'd at least be very rude to the guy who shot you. I wonder what it'd be like to live on another planet.
Probably a lot like this one, but bouncier and more methane-rich.
I don't need to go to another planet for a methane-rich environment, as long as I've got you, pal.
That's really sweet and obvious, Sam.
Keep watching the skies, Max.
I'll shoot if they try anything funny.
It's hard to believe that good old Steamy has been sporadically keeping our building warm for almost a century.
It's even harder to believe that you've given it a cutesy nickname.
Alright. So, I don't think there's anything we can do here. Wait, we haven't looked at the hole behind the toy box yet. No. These controls are awkward.
Call a contractor to fix that hole in our basement once this scintillating adventure has come to its inevitably earth-shattering conclusion.
Aww. Alright, so I guess we need to figure out how to break this in a way that it will stay hot. So we won't turn it down every time, and so they will go away.
Teleportation.
So we haven't been to Grandpa Stinky's diner, so let's try that. And then I guess we'll try Lady Stinky's. We should call her Sweet Cakes or something. Because, you know, devil's cake and all. There's still the elevator. We should try that before we leave.
Ever since Girl Stinky took over the kitchen, Stinky's signature pies have gotten marginally more edible.
The insect bits give the dough that extra bit of crunch.
Oh, Grandpa Stinky is not here.
Songs have been sung about Stinky's awful coffee.
Night.
Songs we...
Rats.
Okay, yeah.
Coming up, the latest news. But first, more songs about whales and icebergs.
Aw. Would have been kind of nice of them to record, you know, news items that you can hear as the story progresses. Okay, that button doesn't work. Let's just see if there was anything down there. Do 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 do. Ow. Back to you. Oh right, this was just that spot. I was just thinking like what was inside that tunnel and then realized no. Nothing, because that tunnel just leads to the junk where we stole something. I guess we can't go to the toy shop. So I wonder if we can get... no wait. Now, click max.
Teleportation.
I didn't do any future vision in Stinky's Diner. Let's go get back to the cops first, which is outside. See if we can use that now.
We're sorry, we're not driving anywhere with that space gorilla on the loose.
Okay.
You should just teleport there if you're in such a dang hurry to get yourself killed.
Hi, the Beer Seeker. How's it going? Oh, raiding again. Hello, welcome, raiders. How's it going? I'm Uli, and I'm currently trying to figure out how to keep a monkey from taking over the world, apparently. How are you folks doing? What did you play? Oh. You know what? I'm really getting forgetful in my old age. Because I forgot to start the bot again. So, shoutouts don't really work well when you have a bot that you forgot to start. You played Valheim again. Okay, defeated the second boss finally. Woo! Yeah, Valheim seems like a difficult game. It was a little weird for me because Valheim came out just around the time Assassin's Creed Valhalla released. So it was kind of like, all these Vikings everywhere. What, the second boss was a tree? Okay. Tree boss. That's fascinating. That doesn't sound that difficult. You know, a tree, I mean, it can't move. You just take your axe and... Okay, never mind. I tried to, like, chop a tree once, and it's a bit of work. Tentacle tree at that. Okay. Well, then... Oh, no. I have... I'm so glad that Sam & Max works but apparently it's a bit cantankerous. Alright, now. So you don't see that because I'm actually doing window capture on it. But it like moved halfway off screen for me, so I couldn't see half of it anymore. It's, yeah, I mean, it works now. Before, it was, I could see the game, but I couldn't click anything, was like the last time I tried playing this game. In the room you are now. Yeah, there was a spooky painting, yeah. I know. We looked at that when we arrived, I think. It's the... I think it's a pun on an existing... this one, yeah. I think that's... there's a classic painting about... with something like that. Sadly, there's no interaction or looking at it. I guess, I think Mama Bosco said that she used this to scare away the people who want to exorcise her from this building. X did well against him. Oh, okay, so that actually was the solution. I didn't think it would be that logical, but okay. So I guess nothing really here. No, we've talked about all of that already.
See you on the other side, Dr. Mama Bosco.
Alright, so I guess we'll try and see what happens when we teleport into Skunk Ape's spaceship.
Well, be careful with your rift generator, Mama Bosco.
Just make sure you don't turn it on until you've got that homing beacon on General Skunk Ape.
We already have this. That was a bug.
Did you see that, my queen? Not only did I defeat Sam and Max, but I took care of the penal zone in one stroke.
Unfortunate word choice.
Sam and Max, you survived! Have you returned with a, how do I put this tactfully, better thought out plan to stop Skunk Ape?
Our last plan would have worked fine if he hadn't changed the future.
Yeah! How do I put this tactfully? Find me.
You'll need to get your personal belongings. Let me see if I can... Oh, that hurts. Does everyone else taste butterscotch?
Thanks, Bree. Now we just need a way to get this homing beacon on Skunk Ape's back without us noticing.
I can't remember the name of my elementary school.
I wonder, like, we used this demon broth and he seemed kind of evil for a moment there, so I'm still expecting that to bite us in the butt eventually. So we'll see. But I hope you folks had fun. We had, well, I gave a long talk about user interfaces because something in this game confused me. As things happen.
You okay, Brain?
You're looking a little green, even for you.
The stress of powering the higher functions of this ship is proving most detergent. Plus, I think this broth is starting to go bad.
The one thing, like, the sound design in this game in general is pretty good, but these sounds that I think are supposed to be a machine gun, either that or, you know, I think it's supposed to be shooting. It could just be a bug, but it sounds, this, you hear? Of course, no, it doesn't happen. Anyway, it kind of sounds like a sound glitch more than that one. I don't like that sound.
Supposed to stop Skunk Ape now.
I don't know. Something about a homing beacon, wasn't it?
All right.
Keep it together, Brain.
Okay, bye now, Grandma.
Wait, why? can we get the...
Full power to right mandible!
Future vision.
Alright, can we...
Die, Earthlings! Die! Full power to right man...
I'm not gonna rest until I find the guy who killed my partner.
Killed your partner? Is there something you're not telling me?
Must be ominous foreshadowing, pal. Whatever the case, I'm gonna sound really cool in the future.
What? Don't you have planets to blow up or something?
Full power to right mandible! Yes!
Okay, we can't actually... I don't know if I moved Sam in the way.
I'm not gonna rest.
Killed your
Okay,
partner?
we've already had that.
Die, Earthlings! Die!
Let's see if we're now... Ah, yes.
Future vision.
Maybe...
Take that!
Okay, we have... No, we can future vision him. Wait, what?
Die, Earthlings! Die!
Okay, he gets sucked back somehow, but how? I don't think we can just...
Take that!
use this.
What? Don't you have planets to blow up or something?
Thanks, Stinky. Hey, Brain, can you give us a hand here?
Maybe cause a subtle yet stylish distraction?
I grow weak, jamming tracks, and I fear my time in this wharf is drawing to a close. But if I can prevent but one villain from massaging another appointment book, my sacrifice is but a small, small bacon belt to pay.
Right. Could you hurry it up?
Man,
Aww.
this noble creature sacrifice. Could you hurry it up, please?
Donut button, Sam and Max. Donut button till we meet again in the plaid.
Emergency. Engine failure. Emergency.
No! Not in my moment of triumph! Sam and Max must somehow be responsible for this. I must find them and destroy them!
That's it, little buddy. Let's go.
Alright. So that works. Cool. So now we can telephone back. Been streaming 8 hours after night shift. Gonna hit the bed now. Oh yeah, have a good night then. Don't know if... Well, good night, I guess. Otherwise, if you still have a few minutes or something getting ready, I don't know, curious what kinds of night shifts you do. Alright, so now we want to get to the Mole Man, which was Sybil's phone that crashed down into the tunnel. But I like that they made... Oh, Stinky is just, isn't really in league with him. Maintenance of factory machinery. Ooh, so you were like at... What is it called? Not at attention, but... Readiness? Standby. Where you're on standby or what? Or is it... I don't know, that doesn't sound good. But anyway, I hope it's a job you enjoy at least, or that at least pays well. And have a good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. That sort of thing. And thanks for leaving your friends here. I hope they enjoy this game. Alright, I guess we can turn it on now.
Well played, Sam and Max. But once again, I am too strong. and you have only seconds. Oh, it can't be. The Devil's Toy Box?
Devil's Toy Box? That's right, Jack, and it's ours.
Yeah, go find your own toys.
Ha! Perfect. You have led me right to the greatest prize of all. Soon your bothersome dimensional rift will close, and I will take the toy box and the one who can control it. Yes.
Think of something quick, Sam. I don't like the way he's undressing me with his eyes.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Can we take his... No.
Pretty sloppy of you to miss this toy, Skunk Ape. It's the best one yet.
Nonsense. It's worthless.
Are you kidding me? It's just dripping with psychic power. Right, Max?
Huh? Oh, right. That one gives me the power to, automatically calculate the proper tip at restaurants.
Nice one, Bonehead.
It's a very practical power, Sam. They can't all be showstoppers.
Give it to me. Now!
Can we throw it in the rift? No.
I'd better keep this. It could be an important clue in our case.
Nope.
Skunk Ape must have dropped this paddle.
Give it to me. He wants to have it. We have to get him to let go somehow, but I don't know. Let's see what happens if we make them sweat and maybe...
Let it out! We live in cool, dark places!
Yes. So maybe now the floor is slippery under him? And if we now get him to look for it...
Keep away from the big monkey!
No fair! Give it!
Ah, yes. Whoa!
And so our heroes save the world once again. Our villain undone by his own greed. It would seem a fitting conclusion. But this is not the end. Oh no, but merely a beginning. The overture, if you will, of a 5-part symphony of mayhem that will blow your ever-loving mind. What is this mysterious toy box with its bizarre connection to Max? Is General Skunkarpe truly defeated? Will Sam ever find true love? Will Max be able to control his emerging powers? Or are his ominous visions of the future a sign of tragedy to come? I'll see you in the coming chapters to answer all of these questions and more. But for now, I leave you with this chilling conclusion.
Ouch! Sucked right through 3 floors and a septic tank. Ooh.
There goes our security deposit.
I wonder if our building is zoned to act as an interdimensional prison.
Sam, what are they looking at?
Holy heaping helpings of Herodotus on base with Marshall stacks and a wah-wah pedal.
Is that us?
Oh my goodness. After production is done, we have to strip machines of parts and clean everything inside with just chemicals, then put them back together. Oh, okay. It's daily thing or nightly after. Okay. Okay, so you're... Okay, see you next time. Okay, yeah, thank you, Beer Seeker. Sorry, I get sucked into the story and the puzzle there. Yeah, that... Okay, that sounds like a challenging job, at least. Interesting to hear that, thank you. I guess, yeah, it makes sense, you know, like, you need the machines. You can't have them gunked up or something. It's always those things that you don't really think about, you know, when you just hear, there's a factory, and it's like, you know, there's one person that can run it these days. All these machines, but then, of course, yeah, you need regular maintenance. Whoops. And you always underestimate them. Jared Emerson Johnson. I missed some names here, damn it. I should have paid attention. Portions copyright Firelight Technologies. Firelight, that vaguely seems familiar. Thanks to you. Yes, you. Thank you. Max the dog. No. Max is the bunny. The dog is Sam. Never mind game. Okay. So now we've had episode 1. So we finished that now. Good. So that means I'll now quit this and set everything up for episode 2. Which might be, I think I'll mute the game sound just in case. Did that? Yeah, that muted the game sound. Okay. And, oh god, I have to put all the hints off again and turn on the subtitles and switch the graphics as high as possible. Come on. Yes, that looks promising. Now let's see what happens. Oh yeah, okay, it's... Oh. Oh no, actually it disappears and behaves kind of weirdly, yeah. You can't see any of this, which is good, I think. That's awfully accurate, but there's more to that. Not really pleasant thing anyway, but pays the bills at least. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's, you know, if it involves strong chemicals, it's never really a fun industrial breadcrumb removalist. No, not quite what I meant. Okay, where do we have Summit Max 302? Here. Oh, thank you for the cheer. 5 whole bits. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, there's still something slightly off. So I think I can just go back now and switch on... Oh, switch the capture. For that I need studio mode. Sorry, this will take a little moment. But don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Well, no, I'm not a professional, but I think I'll manage to do this. Oh wait, I have to start the game first. Okay. Where is... Okay. I need this window, I think. Yep. Okay, now I have it. And now... Oh, and now I need to reopen these properties so it will actually show me the window. Yes. Hello, game. That doesn't look good. Aww. Huh. I think I made the window do something weird. So let's just... now it's back. Alright. So now... Telltale. That's a little weird. The previous one worked better. I guess I can... Okay, this one doesn't work. This is a bit annoying. Why can't this game ever make things easy? No, I don't want to exit OBS. Okay. Okay, I guess I'll switch to a new game if I can. But I can't apparently. Okay, so let's just remove all the windows I had in that list. Switch back here, and at least I have the... yeah, and it captures. That's good. Then let's turn off game audio, and I guess I can't click anywhere else. But that looks good enough for you. Okay. And then maybe...
This great city has been witness to many strange scenes, but none so staggering as the one that played out here beneath her slumbering streets just seconds ago. An evil space ape bent on world destruction, thwarted by a 6-foot-tall dog and a rabbity thing with psychic power. A tidy conclusion to an improbable story, or so it would seem. For about 5 nanoseconds, until our heroes turn and see something so unexplainable, so horrifying, as to render evil space apes suddenly quaint.
How could you, Sam? There you stand, a sickening grin on your face, your great hairy mitts clutched around my dear little silky white neck. Mother warned me it would come to this, but I couldn't bring myself to believe her.
I could be wrong, Max, but I've got a hunch this isn't us. These horrifying skeletons are meant to convey a message of some sort. There's a story behind this grisly tableau. Aha, a note.
What's it say?
There's a story behind this grisly tableau. A highly flammable reel of nitrate-coated film from the dawn of the age of cinema. I'll just pop it into this conveniently placed projector.
No fair, Sam. You got to pick the movie last time.
Shut up and enjoy the show, Max.
Ooh, Egyptian-y. Hey, that looks just like...
Thundering tintypes of Teddy Roosevelt and a 3-wheel baby carriage with a bonus jar of mustache wax. That's none other than my great-grandpa Samuth, with your great-grandpa Maximus.
I can't hear what they're saying.
It's a silent movie, little buddy, filmed before the invention of vocal cords.
Can't find the volume knob, huh? Let me...
No, get away.
I want to mess with it.
Come on.
Mine.
Huh?
Something's happening, Sam. My aura is going all squirrely.
I feel it too, Max. Some irresistible force is pulling me through the frame of that movie.
We've got it, little buddy. The toy box is ours.
Not for long.
Kringle.
I want that toy box.
This is one of those situations where it would be helpful to have a gun.
Or psychic powers.
Psychic powers, that's right. We keep forgetting you've got unexplainable psychic powers.
Oh, yeah.
Where the Sam Hill are you hiding?
The game wants you to point and click. Whether you point and click at OBS settings or the game, it doesn't care. True. Alright, so... what is this?
It's teetering.
What do we have? We have a cookie jar. Can't really say anything about them.
Where are you hiding, blast you?
The Tomb of Samunmak. The case. In a cellar beneath their building, sealed from sight for generations, Sam and Max have discovered a pair of oddly familiar skeletons. Who are they and how did they meet their terrible fate? Might the answer be contained in this mysterious reel of film? Popping it onto the projector, they find themselves in the middle of a tense stand-up in an ancient tomb. Suspects: Sam's great-grandfather, deceased, currently in a skeletal state in the boiler room beneath Sam and Max's office. Once the proud possessor of a luxurious handlebar mustache. Maximus, Max's great-grandfather, deceased, also ends up as a skeleton in a cellar. Probably this is for the best. Nicholas St. Kringle, toy industry tycoon, generally gets what he wants. He wants the devil's toy box. Max's powers? Charlie Hotep lets Maximus throw his voice into people and things. Ventriloquism, okay. Astral projector allows present-day Max to jump forward and backward in the movie of Great-Grandpa Maximus's Big Adventure. Ooh, yeah, I vaguely remember this mechanic. That'll be a little interesting, I hope. It's kind of, I guess, like a time travel mechanic, which, you know, I love time travel. Can O' Nuts allows Maximus to squish down along with Samuth, then expand again. Alright, this'll be interesting. So, let's use the powers. So, like, this thing seems to be destructible, so... First, let's try this one.
Can of nuts.
Which gives you super compresso power.
And super pop back auto power. I never get tired of doing that.
Didn't help us, though.
Okay. Was at least nice to know. Okay. I guess we'll try the psychic ventriloquism next.
Good old Charlie Hotep. Thanks to him, I am gifted with the miraculous ability to throw my voice into people and objects.
Yeah, I'm still not sure ventriloquism counts as a psychic power.
Alright, can we do... Oh.
Here we are! Over here!
Okay, yeah, that looks promising. So we can... Well, maybe don't throw...
Shoot me if you must, but please, spare my little buddy.
Thanks a lot, Maximus.
Can we get him to shoot himself?
I am inside this fat suit.
Wait a minute.
Ha! That sap Kringle will never find us in here.
Ha! There you are.
Watch out for falling squids.
Let's take this toy box and skedaddle, little pal.
Wait, that... Like, why would he go away without...
Maximus?
Now all we've got to do is read those hieroglyphics again and the door will open and we'll be golden!
Right. You don't remember how to read hieroglyphics, do you, Maximus?
Fat chance! But you do, right, Sam?
Huh.
There once was an ancient inscription that had to be spoken Egyptian. We recited it great, so it opened a gate, and our enemies had a conniption.
Nope.
Props for originality.
I like that.
Oh, this is rich. Ho, 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 ho.
Huh. That was interesting. A little skimpy on character development.
That can't be the whole story. There must be... Yes!
Oh, great. Did we just, like, watch the end of the movie first?
No, I think that was the middle.
Which one's the beginning?
Not a clue. Which one do you want to try?
Train to Egypt, Sphinx Challenge, Big Reward, and the Standoff. So the Standoff is what we just watched. So I guess let's try the Sphinx. Oh, Reel 1, Reel 2. Yeah, I guess they're supposed to be used in that order. So let's see what the Sphinx Challenge is. But I like that they're going for non-linear storytelling in each episode. Oh, now we get the opening credits. Based on the scandalous 19th century Zoe trope, the lady visits her chiropractor. What? New York City, 1901. Riddle of the Sphinx. Can you solve it?
Did the usher see us?
Nah, he's still fishing for us under the candy counter. Shh, show's about to start.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, devotees of the uncanny and the bizarre. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Monsieur Pepperweight, and I bear great tidings, an archaeological discovery of earth-shattering proportions. My friends, I present to you the Sphinx.
Ugh, it's horrible, Samus. The face of pure evil.
The stage is that way, schmucko.
It is said she will yield her secrets only to one whose powers are equal to those of Samun Mak himself. Might you be that favored individual? I have come to your fair city today to issue a challenge. What you see before you is not merely a pasteboard facsimile, but a perfect recreation of the tomb's outer fortifications. To the one who makes it through the gate, I offer 2 tickets to Egypt and a chance for the adventure of a lifetime.
You get any of that, Samus?
Prize for the guys who can bust through that thing.
Busting things is our specialite.
You read my mind, little buddy.
Peer into the pit of flesh-eating ants from the tomb of Samun Mak. Observe the amazing cano nuts from the tomb of Samun Mak. Okay. So I've seen a couple of items we had in our inventory in the other episode. Oh, there's milk cartons.
Have you seen this baby?
Sure, she's right there on that milk carton.
Sam, seriously.
Get the hell away from my bag! I keep all my lists in there. Vendor lists, inventory lists, employee addresses, Kringle Industries stuff. I don't believe in those newfangled file cabinets.
How about a cookie, Kringle?
Go away!
Oh.
It's just my pal here hasn't eaten in 72 hours.
And you had such a kindly face.
Oh, for the love of... Okay, but just one, savvy?
We have a cookie.
Ah, here come a couple of hearty specimens. Gentlemen of the boulevards, no doubt.
Did he just call us what I think he did?
Honest mistake. Play along, Maximus.
You think they're really flesh-eating ants, Samuth?
Only one way to find out.
You first.
Sounds okay. That doesn't sound good. Non-linear opening credits. That would be confusing.
The nostrils are shut. The nostrils are shut. Fun.
I like the birdie.
Okay. Whoops.
The Sphinx has awakened. You are indeed a seeker of substance.
We like to say he's pleasantly plump.
Place your offering in the divine nostrils.
I guess we have cookies. Let's see if it
May
likes
the
that.
divine odor of chocolate chips prove pleasing to thy nasal cavities.
Very good. You have passed the first threshold. Now, recite the words of the inscription.
Unsuccessful ploy, embarrassing gambit, feeble effort, vain attempt, desperate bluff.
Open up, or I take the leash off my little buddy here. You don't want to tangle with my little buddy. My hieroglyphics are a little rusty.
I like that it didn't just snort them away, but then also farted out the back.
I'm not going in that way, not even for a free trip to Egypt.
Woo!
What in God's name are you doing with that can of nuts? Well, that was a disconcerting twist on an old joke.
Power came from me, Samuth. My body's all tingly. I've never felt anything like it.
You may notice a lot of bodily changes over the next few years, little buddy. It's all part of...
I want to do it again! Hey!
Thief!
Now, where did they run off to?
The mole looks like one of those cultists with the robe. Okay, so there are... Oh, so they swapped out the nuts?
This substitute can of nuts will work the same as the original?
I have my doubts, Maximus.
The magic of the ancients.
It's a surefire laugh-getter anyway.
Yeah, but it didn't make me all tingly like the one the elf swiped. We've gotta get that can back, Samuth.
Alright, I guess... Is that all we can do here?
Woo-hoo-hoo-wee!
Looks like it. Oh,
Give it a whirl, my friends. The challenge of the Sphinx is open to all, regardless of age, prowess, or physical deformity.
Remind me, what do we win if we beat this game?
An all-expenses-paid trip to sunny Egypt.
Egypt? Now, is that with the alligators or the crocodiles?
Your ignorance of giant carnivorous reptiles is embarrassing me, Maximus.
Hi, Happy Meal 6. Thank you for the follow. how's it going? I hope you had a good week. And I hope you're enjoying the weekend. And let's see what Sam Max can do here, I guess.
Listen, monsieur, I hate to break it to you, but one of Kringle's height challenge minions just made off with your can of nuts.
Ridiculous. It's right there.
That can's a fake. It doesn't do the magic thing like it's supposed to.
If that is not magic, what is?
Aww.
Spill the secret, buddy. How do we make it through this challenge of the Sphinx?
I can talk you through the sequence of steps, but you must pass through the mouth of the Sphinx by your own power. To begin, simply step on to the beseeching mat.
Beseeching mat?
Her tongue.
In other words, you don't have a clue how this thing works.
Of course I know how it works. I built it. But despite all my arcane knowledge, only one, granted the gift, has the power to pass through.
This is kind of all these Indiana Jones cliches. I think, didn't Indy have a friend with a face like that? It looks like a caricature of one of the guys from an Indiana Jones movie. I don't remember, that's where I placed this face.
Why go to all the trouble of rigging up a challenge of the Sphinx? If you're the big expert, why don't you just go through the mouth yourself?
Knowledge alone is not sufficient to overcome the Sphinx's defenses, alas. The Seeker must be special.
Know anything about the dame with the beady eyes?
Mole people, the bane of my existence. Why are they always following me?
Who's the codger with the ugly kids?
Is he bothering you? You want we should pants him?
That's Nicholas St. Kringle, the well-known toy tycoon. He's offered me a fortune to direct him to the tomb of Samun Mac, but his money is of no interest to me.
Who wants toy money?
Talent! That is what I am searching for.
Who wants toy money?
Thanks, your impresario ship.
Give the challenge of the Sphinx a try, boys. What have you got to lose?
Well, it looked like it would smell very horrible. Okay, so is there anything...
Hey, Shorty, where'd your malevolent little pal scuttle off to after he stole the can of nuts?
He went home to give it a... What do you mean, stole? Nobody took no can of nuts.
Okay, so I guess we have to find out where his home is. I like that they kind of took Kris Kringle, the Santa from previous seasons again. Oh, that's the newspaper of the Mole Woman.
Funny papers.
Yeah, but they're all in hieroglyphics.
Oh, maybe we can learn to read them.
The Mermaid and the Cockroach.
Fresh from their tour of the great sewers of Europe.
Oh. That doesn't sound fun.
Shouldn't we be on our way to sunny Egypt by now?
I'm feeling prematurely homesick.
Okay, I guess that's all? Yeah. Nothing... Oh! There are rats up there. Huh. They were clickable. And there was a rat up there as well earlier. Huh. Weren't you there a moment ago? Come on, come out. Here, ratty, ratty, ratty. Here, ratty. I guess not. Ah. Why are they running around here? The rats. Ah, there you are. Can't interact with you. At this angle, like these... They're not tank controls, but like these walk controls are really awkward to use. Alright, let's see. Will the rats show up again? Can we interact with them? Guess not. Well, I guess we can come back if we're desperate. Let's see what's out there.
Do you see the pointy-eared rat that stole my can of nuts?
Frady's long gone, old pal. Forget it. We're not leaving till we find out where that elf made off to.
Oh, okay, so we have to find out here.
Hey, Shorty, where'd your malevolent little pal scuttle off to after he stole the can of nuts?
He went home to give it a... What do you mean, stole? Nobody took no can of nuts.
Can we bribe you with cookies?
I don't give cookies to just anyone.
Okay. Oh, have we read this paper?
Cookies.
Okay.
Hieroglyphic funnies. I'd be splitting my sides if I could read ancient Egyptian. I don't like people reading when I'm trying to talk to them. Excuse me, mister.
No more toilet breaks till the job's done right, understand?
We're not your underlings.
Huh? I got no statements for the press.
Alright, so he said employee records were in his bag, so I guess we have to get at those.
Beard of snowy white, nose like a cherry. Haven't we met somewhere before?
Fat chance! I don't make a habit of frequenting the greasy dives in this low-rent neighborhood. But no doubt you've seen my mug splashed across the front page of your morning paper. Nicholas St. Kringle to spearhead Bobbles for Brats charity drive. Nicholas St. Kringle named Philanthropist of the Millennium.
Nicholas St. Kringle photographed in love nest with team of Swedish figure skaters.
Okay, I guess that happened as well.
How about a cookie, Kringle?
Go away!
I don't get it. What's an important-looking guy like you doing in a two-bit amusement palace like this?
What's to get? This paperweight character says he's made some kind of big discovery of a toy-related nature. I make it my business to keep up with all new developments on the toy front, okay?
Alright.
Why aren't you up there attempting the challenge of the Sphinx?
My underlings are handling that for me.
I see. Scared to try it yourself, huh?
Scared? Nicholas St. Kringle is scared of nothing.
You fell down. Here, let me help you up.
Keep your pincers off me, you drooling little cretin! If you had the teaspoon of brains necessary to do your job, I wouldn't be down here!
Alright. Useful. Okay, quick.
Okay, what do we got here? Inventory list, profits, losses, naughty, nice? Employee addresses. Looks like Kringle's employees all live in that elf ghetto.
You mean Little Arctic Circle?
Yeah. Want to take a little walk?
Okay.
Have you seen this baby?
Alright. Did you hear that? Put that toy down. It's mine. I don't care if you made it. Alright, so we know now where to go. Now, hopefully we can.
Where are we going, Samus?
Little Arctic Circle.
Yay! Little Arctic Circle, a chunk of the frozen north on the lower west side.
Filthy elves! You pollute the sacred relics of the mole people!
Oh, lay off! Go on, burrow back where you came from. Yeah, go chew on an earthworm, you friggin' undergrounder.
Pah! I curse you!
Ooh, I'm quaking in me little elfin booties.
Why can't we all get along, Samus?
Because most of us are little buddy.
Because most of us are assholes, little buddy. I like that. The censorship sound was a nice choice as well. No. Ah, damn it. Tried to click the item and too late realized that it said go back into the theater.
Penetrate the gate of the Sphinx.
Hey, didn't he steal this shtick from Miss Lizzie and her boisterous barmaids?
I don't think so. This act doesn't have a chimp.
Where are we going, Samus?
Little Arctic Circle.
I'm not sure, but that just sounded...
Still at it.
if you know what I mean. Okay, that's all the theater. It kind of has a New York look, you know, with the fire escape. It's a cool idea for the look.
Hey, Slush, what's the matter? Yous get off at the wrong stop or something? Swells like yous generally steer clear of Little Arctic Circle.
Reunion.
We represent Toymaker's Local 614.
Stand up and be counted! No contract, no work!
Pipe down! We don't need that kind of trouble. We got a cushy setup here. 5 hours off every other month. Oh, and we just last week talked the boss into taking the steel tip off the whip. Don't louse it up for us.
Oh.
Who's the dame you were fighting with when we walked in?
Crazy old bat. Some cock and bull story about how the moles is the eternal guardians of the tomb of some joik. Sammy Mack. Yeah, and get this. Our can of nuts is really some kind of mumbo-jumbo voodoo drum in her creepy religion. And when I don't hand it over to her, she zaps me with the full-on gypsy Kleist routine.
Tough break.
Ah, banana oil. That stuff might kill him in Moldavia or wherever, but it don't play in the US of A.
So, the curse doesn't worry you at all?
Nah, us elves don't believe in that magical junk.
What in God's name you doing with that can of nuts?
Wyken, what does it look like? Special job for Mr. K himself. We's in the toy and novelty racket, see? We swiped, that is, we managed to acquire this nifty little gizmo here. Sports a couple of interesting features. We cracked a code and Boss Kringle makes a fortune selling it over the holidays. Which means big bonuses for the likes of us.
Give it up. You'll never manage to reverse engineer that can of nuts. It only works in the presence of Max's ineffable aura.
Right. I hate to say it, but you guys' auras are just plain effable.
Ah, Guan, you chumps got no more claim on this can than we do. Only we got it, and we're keeping it, see?
We'll see about that, you bonsai bandits!
No, Maximus? I think we should go.
Huh?
They're only gonna kill themselves trying to figure it out. Meanwhile, we've got the toy idea that's gonna set the industry on its ear. See you in the funny papers, suckers.
Wait a minute! The boss will pay big if we bring him a great new concept. And it's true, we ain't getting nowhere with this can of nuts. Tell you what, Pally, we might be willing to work out a trade. Give us your toy idea. If it's really a winner like you say, we'll let you have the can. No fuss.
That's interesting. My guess is none of these will work. And we have to find one somewhere.
My Little Pony keg.
With braidable hoses.
Kids love beer. Yeah, but Mr. K don't.
Aww.
My first sausage stuffer.
A fun way to dispose of leftover lunch meat, household vermin, and scabs.
Ah, please, you're making me heave here.
Point-and-click adventure games.
You gotta be kidding.
Thank you, fourth wall break.
It's a board game. A top hat, an iron, and a little dog go around building hotels, and you're all trying to make each other go bankrupt.
Interesting idea, but I don't think it'll fly. The kids ain't into capitalism nowadays.
So Monopoly, not working. Nah. I liked how when he said adventure games, the music just stopped. That was a nice touch.
It's a coiled-up spring you push downstairs.
Hey, I like pushing things downstairs. Nah, dumb idea.
It's an inflatable dartboard.
Tried that last year. It was a bust.
As a matter of fact...
You got nothing.
We got something all right, but we're holding out on you.
Gotta clear it with the boss first.
You do that. Come back when you're ready to talk toys. And if your idea's as hot as you say, we'll kick the can over to you.
Kick the can.
Good one, Slushy.
Shut up. Those round-headed rats, they can't do this to me. I mean him. That can of nuts belongs to Maximus by right of psychic possession.
I know, but unless our great-grandpas can dig up a great toy idea, I'm afraid they're out of luck. Genuine snowballs, hand-carved by immigrant elves. Excuse me, buddy. I wonder if you could direct me to... Wait a minute. This isn't a real man. It's one of those snowmen they make to fool visitors to Little Arctic Circle.
Room for rent.
You'd have to be pretty desperate to take a room around here.
Who knows? Maybe there's something useful in the room? A cellar apartment. In hovels like there, you'll find the huddled masses? Whatever.
Maybe we came at a bad time.
Excuse me, sir or madam. I can see you're busy muttering to yourself, but...
Why you break my concentration on curse? You in cahoots with disgusting elves, no?
No.
Wait! Nicht diese Dusche Fizzle Einzelfeld. It is you, Nut Boy.
Sumith, she just called me Nut Boy.
The one with great power from body to squish himself down to can of nuts, yeah?
Oh, yeah, it's me, Nut Boy.
Nut Boy. Oh, rotten, stinking, disc-sick elves. So long I am searching after sacred cannon nuts stolen from tomb of Samunmak. To find it in theater, to see it making with glorious magic Nut Boy squished down with fat doggy friend.
Huh?
And then to lose it to grubby little sacrilegious maggot elves. Oh, for the strength of 10 moles to crush them to paste.
Crushing elves to paste. Sounds fun.
And invigorating.
You, Nut Boy and fat doggy friend, you will come to aid of pitiful mole woman. You will take Cannon Nut back from nasty elves and bring it to mole woman.
Sure.
The first part, anyway.
And perhaps there is something mole woman can do for you.
We're in need of a hearty chuckle. Can you read us something from your hieroglyphic funny pages?
Let me see. Oh, this is a good one. Mole mates creating much merriment up and down the Nile. In first pan, husband mole say to wife, "You very angry with me, no?" You can see it's true because wife mole have scorpions crawling from the eyes. In second panel, husband say, "It's because you caught me." Oh, how you say, making the monkey dance with the beautiful temple mole maiden who have the sensuous quivering nostrils. And in the third panel, husband is falling over backwards from great astonishment when the wife saying to him, "No, it's because you cut the cucumber lengthwise." Oh, you get it? Because, who cuts a cucumber lengthwise? It's crazy, no? I mean, can you imagine what kind of crazy nut would... Americans have no sense of humor.
All right.
We can't get through this gate till we read the inscription.
It wouldn't be so hard, only they went and wrote it in some crazy picture language.
Remind me what the symbols are, and I will tell you how the inscription reads.
Well, as I recall, there was a foot, a snake, then 2 squiggles and a bird.
A foot, a snake, 2 squiggles, and a bird.
How would you say that in ancient Egyptian?
Foot, snake, squiggle, squiggle, bird.
Gee, hieroglyphics are easy. I didn't realize this was going to be one of those educational movies.
Keep watching. Can you tell us how to say those hieroglyphics again? A foot, a snake, 2 squiggles and a bird?
A foot, a snake, 2 squiggles, and a bird.
How would you say that in ancient Egyptian?
Foot, snake, squiggle, squiggle, bird.
Works for me.
Gee, hieroglyphics are easy.
I'm sure the famous mole humor will come through to us if you read another strip.
Okie dokie. Oh, everybody loves Fred Jackal. Fred Jackal is always up to amusing hijinks. Oh, here, Fred Jackal hiding under the bed. His master said to him, "Come out, Fred Jackal. I am not angry for you for making in center of living room carpet a steaming pile of dung with many flies buzzing around from the stink." And now, in little bubble of thought, Fred Jackal is saying, "He does not know. I cut the cucumber lengthwise." A cucumber cut lengthwise is funny. Is very funny. Never will I understand this country.
Okay, so I guess everything is cucumber lengthwise.
So she says to him, "I can't believe you cut the cucumber lengthwise."
Timing is off.
You said something about the tomb of Samun Mak.
Ah, how I miss it. The happy pitter-patter of little scarabs, the smiling faces of the sarcophagi. Guarding the tomb has been our family business for many generations.
Why did you leave the old country?
Oh, tomb guarding business not what it used to be. Nowadays, no decent tomb raiders to impale. So, family sent me here. I make it big in America, I send for them.
Keep on cursing.
Okie dokie.
All right.
What's this?
Do not touch. Is visual component of powerful curse I am throwing on elf out the window. He think he can make on me smart guy wise crack. Ha! We see how smart he feel after he become a vampire.
An umpire?
No. With the sucking of blood and the sleeping in coffins.
Oh, a vampire.
Okay, a vampire. Oh, the cockroaches are here. Anything else in here?
They all share a certain family resemblance.
It's called ugly.
They're all in Molish.
She seems to be magicking as well. As a
The elves
way.
look much bigger from this angle.
So we're right behind the elves, I guess. So I guess let's see if we can go back and solve part of the riddle now. Anything else here? Okay, the map ends here, I guess.
Hey, Slushy! Look! It's JoJo and Bunny Boy!
Some guys don't know how to stay lost.
Lost Baby.
We've got to see that show, Samuth. They've got posters up everywhere.
Extra! Immigrant population tops 1 million. Mayor urges calm. Jabbering heathens can make decent Americans. Buy a paper, mister?
Got change for a dime?
What do I look like, Rockefeller?
So did we get one? No. Maybe.
I don't give cookies to just anyone.
It was worth a try.
I don't like people reading when I'm trying to talk to them.
I guess we can't swap the paper with you. Okay. Guess let's go back to the theater then and see what we can do there.
Who can penetrate the gate of the Sphinx?
The gate of the Sphinx. Is that like the way the Sphinx walks?
If at first you don't succeed, eh, gentlemen? Be
Giant cavernous sphinx nostrils.
Lubricated with the mucus of the gods.
Place your offering in the divine nostrils.
The mucus of the gods. That sounds like Chariots of the Gods, wasn't it? The what was it called? Von Däniken and things, the stuff that Stargate's basically based on.
The odor of chocolate chips prove pleasing to thy nasal cavities.
Very good. You have passed the first threshold. Now, recite the words of the inscription.
Foot, snake, squiggle, squiggle. Yeah, okay.
Foot, snake, squiggle, squeagle, bird.
Now?
Well done, my friends. Now, there's only one barrier between yourselves and ultimate victory.
You chattering little ice monkey! If those two chuckleheads beat us to the prize...
Don't worry about it, boss. Oh, so they got lucky on the password. Luck ain't gonna get them through that gate.
Okay, and I guess, yeah, there's a hole at the bottom.
Ain't budging.
So, if we get the cannon nuts back, yeah. Then we can probably walk in underneath.
Oh boy!
Squeagle, squeagle, bird. I wish we could just take this one.
Think this substitute cannon nuts will work the same as the original?
Nope.
It's a surefire laugh getter anyway.
Yeah, but it didn't make me all tink.
I hate when they repeat stuff. Okay, so I guess, is there anything left?
Say, Fats, how about you and a Lagomorph take a nice walk on the Brooklyn Bridge, crosswise, and keep going?
Aw, don't you just want to tousle his little bald scalp?
That was charming. It's a long walk down a short pier.
Where are we going, Samus?
Little Arctic Circle. They're still at it.
Hey, Slushy! Get the dog!
Genuine snowballs, hand-carved by immigrant elves.
So that's where the mole lady was. Talk to you.
Extra!
Got change for a dime?
What do I look like, Rockefeller?
Okay. So the question is... Oh wait, first, Max has powers, right? Oh, okay, we can only switch movies. I guess we can do that, and maybe we hear what he did to get on the train.
Want to skip ahead to the good part?
Well, it's a cool mechanic. It's, you know, it has this, what classic LucasArts games had, that you kind of had several objectives.
Here we are, bound for adventure on the Disorient Express. Egypt, land of ancient tombs and odd-looking humanoid figures with animal heads.
I'm scared, Samus. What if we don't fit in?
We've got to. Mr. Paperweight has charged us with an important mission, and we can't let him down.
I hope it involves asks. I love asks.
You love the word asps.
Tickets, please. Please get out your tickets.
Now remember, don't breathe a word about our mission. We can't let a soul know we're
To
headed...
the tomb of Salmon Muck to bring back the devil's toy box.
Cascading Kewpie dolls and the 4-color funny pages smeared with spaghetti.
Name's Earhart. Baby Amelia Earhart, the famous lost kid. Perhaps you've seen my milk carton?
I have.
I'm a spirited little tyke. Lit off from the nursery one day and never looked back. I'm out for adventure, and I figure you might be needing a cute little sidekick.
I've already got a cute little sidekick.
Yeah, we don't need to see it, Samuth. Not now.
Tickets. Produce your tickets.
Tickets. I'll take those.
I don't think
Nothing
so.
doing.
Whoops.
Open up and show your tickets.
Everyone, be quiet.
And invisible.
I hope you've a plan.
Open this trunk! Open it this instant, do you hear me? You can't get rid of me this easily, I know my rights. There are laws about locking children in trunks, you know. The law frowns on that sort of thing.
I hear voices in there. What's going on?
Now listen, boys, be reasonable. You may not realize it just now, but I could make a very valuable addition to your little expedition. I know all about Egypt. I've made a thorough study. I've got a book, a picture book.
Open up and
won't
produce
fit
your
in there.
tickets this instant.
And let's face it, you could do with a bit of female companionship for the sake of your image. I hate to say it, but people are beginning to talk. And anyway, there's not much you can do about the situation
there's
now.
where I don't
Diamond
wanna
Cox.
end up.
Don't think you can just send me back home. No, I'll be sure and let the proper authorities know just whose foul-smelling trunk I've been stashed in. No doubt you're plotting to bring me to your Egyptian tomb so you can sacrifice me to the crocodile goddess or some such nonsense. You don't
Oh.
degenerate to feed a little girl to a crocodile goddess.
I'm
That's
coming in.
personal, but well, there you are.
That's it. I've lost me.
Could have swore there was somebody
Go on, you
gabbing in
David,
here.
look at this little meat cute.
There's somebody inside this trunk, you ninny.
No, there isn't.
Don't open that.
Now see here, Railway Regulation number 268 plainly states that any talking piece of baggage may be inspected by the conductor. And I'm the conductor, ain't I? Aha! Oh-ho!
Ouch!
Aww.
More like a mental equipment malfunction. Should we try another reel?
Okay. That was interesting. Sounds like in No Man's Sky when players talk about coordinates, which are written in hieroglyphics as well. Squiggle, dinosaur, TP, sunset, dragonflower, Triforce. Yeah, squiggly, not... what was it? Board was... Okay, so I guess the big reward is the other one. I didn't really find... You've got it coming!
Here they are, ladies and gentlemen, fresh from the triumphant tour of Lower Middle Egypt, the scourge of the mole people, treasure finders extraordinaire. Please welcome Samuth and Maximus.
Hi, folks. We didn't mean to interrupt the show. Here's that toy box you wanted. We'll be on our way.
Just as soon as you cough up our prize.
Of course. But before I hand out the big reward, perhaps I can coax our intrepid adventurers into telling us a bit about their grand adventure.
Not much to it, really.
We came, we saw, we conquered. Hand over the loot.
So modest. No, I'm afraid my audience wants all the gory details. Don't you, friends? So tell me, Samuth and Maximus, to begin with, how was it you were able to pass through the mouth of the Sphinx?
Good taste, utensils, or charisma. Okay, so I guess maybe one of these will contain the solution.
We just taste that good.
Strange, I have no memory of how we did that. They're dying up there. I don't think we're ready for this part yet. Let's go back to an earlier reel.
Let's try this again. Maybe maybe these end quickly if you do the right...
So tell me, Samuth and Maximus, to
reply.
begin with, How was it you were able to pass through the mouth of the Sphinx?
Or, I guess...
We rode in on the spork of the gods. I don't think we're ready for this part yet. Let's
okay,
go back to
I think they're about to tell us. But let's try all three answers.
So tell me, Samuth and Maximus, to begin with, how was it you were able to pass through the mouth of the Sphinx?
Our ineffable charm.
Okay, yeah, we just don't have the
I don't
answer
think we're ready
here.
for this part yet. Let's go back to an earlier reel.
Alright, I guess this is a good point to take a short break, and then we will be back. Yeah, you know, I need to drink a little bit and stuff. So, hopefully see you in 5 minutes, and then we'll have some... And in the meantime, we'll have some clips. Don't go anywhere. For safety, I've stapled you to the chair. See you. I think that was a bona fide, and I wonder how that works, like whether it was just that, you know, the kind of people, you know, that being outside of town kind of protected them from, you know, I don't know if they, you know, took apart a body to see out how it worked, that then nobody would, you know, see them do it, and that way, you know, ignorance is bliss, or if it's more about, you know, having, you know, being near the forest.
Just a formality.
Of course.
Oh, what's this? I knew you were up to something. Ruining my career with the toy mafia wasn't enough. Now you want to cost me this job too?
It must have fallen into my pocket while I was looking at your beautiful ceiling architecture.
What mafia?
Don't try that again, or I'll have to get ugly.
I guess a lot of people have done it already.
Yes, but I always... Hey!
A sea lion. That's cool. Get a nice view of these icy cold ranges and the northern lights. Yeah, yeah. Just miss the music. Do 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 Oh, the dump truck is pulling up outside and flashing its warning light at me. It's a very hectic flash signal light this time that they have on their dump truck. That's interesting. Usually it's, you know, slower blinking on and off, and now it's kind of like bloop, 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 bloop. So much from the dump truck story outside Uli's door. Okay. At least I didn't run into them. And there's a bunch of medicinal plants here. That's nice.
Your daughter hungry? I have bread.
We're no fools. What do you want in return?
Nothing. I have a little girl of my own at home. The same age.
Give it here then, and quick about it. Can't have anyone seen me hobnobbing with a Briton.
Nice. Hobnobbing with a Briton. Okay,
Let me
let's
do
try
the honor
this.
of breaking Ragnar's shield wall.
I hope you will. Let me now prepare the shield wall. Lord Ragnar, will this be the day? Stand fast, warrior. And if Loki...
Whoa. Heal. Oh. Whoa. Okay, that didn't work well. Polar shark, do 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 do. Polar shark, do 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 do. Polar shark, do 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 do. Polar shark. Polar shark, do 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 do. Polar shark, do 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 do. Polar shark, do 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 do. Polar shark. Here it's really hard in these mountains to find actual leap of faith spots that won't kill you. I guess here that should work because there's water, just in case. Let's quick save.